10 minutes of history facts you'll never need and but can't forget. 1. The US once planned to nuke the moon. In the 1950s, America and the Soviet Union were locked in a tense Cold War. The US military wanted to send a message, a show of power so extreme that the whole world would take notice. So they came up with Project A119. The plan? Detonate a nuclear bomb on the moon. Why? To show the Soviets that America wasn't messing around. Thankfully, scientists stepped in and convinced the government it was a terrible idea. If the explosion went wrong, radioactive debris could have rained back down to Earth, so the plan was scrapped and buried. But what if I told you America once almost changed time itself? 2. The US almost had a 27-hour day. In 1949, Congress debated something absolutely insane, extending the length of a day to 27 hours. Why? More hours equals more productivity, right? The idea was that Americans could work longer and get more done. But here's the problem. Our bodies aren't designed for that. Scientists warned that altering the 24-hour cycle would mess up people's sleep, health, and even mental well-being. So the idea was shut down forever. And speaking of decisions that could have changed everything, did you know the White House was almost a completely different color? The White House was almost pink. In 1814, British troops burned down the White House during the War of 1812. When it was time to rebuild, there was a plan to use pink-hued sandstone. Had this happened, we might have been calling it the Pink House today. But eventually they decided to just paint it white, and the rest is history. But you know what wasn't supposed to be history? A certain song that the US government tried to silence. The FBI investigated a song for being communist propaganda. In the 1940s, the song "This Land Is Your Land" by Woody Guthrie was gaining popularity. But here's the shocking part. The FBI saw it as a threat. They believed the lyrics promoted socialism and secretly investigated Guthrie, trying to find proof he was a communist. A song about America was nearly banned in America. Crazy, right? But let's shift gears. You know Abraham Lincoln as a legendary president. But did you know he could have been a professional wrestler? 5. Abraham Lincoln is in the Wrestling Hall of Fame. Before he was president, Lincoln was a skilled wrestler. Out of 300 matches, he only lost once. He was so good that he was posthumously inducted into the Wrestling Hall of Fame. Imagine if Lincoln had fought in the UFC today. But here's something even weirder. Did you know Coca-Cola was once considered a medicine?